Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing I really blame Dennis Hopper for. Even when I started making money, even when I had made it, I still felt poor. Like a poor, dirty Dennis Hopper hippie. Right before Cape Fear came out, I was at my first big movie premiere in LA. And at the after party, I stood at the buffet just stuffing my face with free food. The director of the film came up to me and asked, "Have you ever met James Woods?" And I answered, "Free food! Did you see? There's free food!" And he said, "I want you to tell Jimmy Woods that story you told me about Dennis Hopper. He'll love it. Let's go over before he leaves." Now, I was very, very impressed with James Woods. One, because I love his acting, and two, because he had once smiled and said hello to me at Hugo's on Santa Monica Boulevard. But I was starving and there was free food. I was faced with a dilemma. I had slathered a huge amount of goat cheese on a cracker and I didn't want to waste it. But I also wanted to meet James Woods. So I thought, okay, I'll go over to James Woods, I'll tell James Woods the Dennis Hopper story, and then I'll eat my cheese and cracker. Great plan. So the director, my cracker, and I walked over to James Woods, who was with a lovely young actress. The director sets me up. I tell James Woods the story, everybody laughs. I'm a hit, and now I can eat my free food. Right when James Woods starts in with a funny story of his own, I notice something is amiss. The goat cheese is missing from my cracker. I look around and see that my precious goat cheese has landed on James Woods' really expensive suede loafers. Landed, as a New Yorker would say, in a perfect schmear. James Woods gets to the end of his story and everyone is laughing. And his lovely girlfriend is laughing, and he sees that I'm not laughing. In fact, he notices that not only am I not laughing, but that I look puzzled. I was puzzled, all right, because I was thinking, why the hell did I have to take that cheese and cracker over to James Woods, and how the hell am I going to get out of this? But James Woods thinks I'm puzzled because I don't understand his story. So he says, "Don't you get it?" and starts to tell me the entire story again. He gets to the punchline, which, for the record, was, "Yes, officer, that man is in no condition to drive." And I start fake laughing as if to say, "Oh, now I get it. Too drunk to drive." And I just throw the cracker over my shoulder to get rid of it. James Woods is savoring the fact that I finally understand his joke, and he's looking around the room, and he's looking at his lovely girlfriend, and then he looks down at his shoe and sees this huge smear of goat cheese on his very expensive suede loafers and says, very James Woods-like, "Where the fuck did that come from?" I shrug like, "Wow, weird," and cycle through a set of bad acting facial expressions. And I can see James Woods beginning to think, reconstructing in his mind what could have caused this. I mean, this guy is smart. He went to MIT. He was recreating the series of events that had led to the landing of goat cheese on his shoe. All the spindles of the lock in James Woods' enormous brain click into place. And he starts slowly turning his head toward me. The music is building in my brain. It was like a climax of a Brian De Palma movie sequence. But before he can accuse me, I cut him off at the pass and decide to make a joke. I said, "Maybe it came from the book depository." Everyone just stared at me. His young girlfriend was particularly confused. Maybe a Kennedy reference was too obscure for that moment. The director who had taken me over was looking at me like, why would you do something like that? And to James Woods of all people. I had no choice but to cop to it because I was completely guilty. I said, I think I did that because, you know, in my country, when you admire someone, you just hurl goat cheese at them. You know that classic James Woods sort of half snarl, half smile? Mm-hmm. It is now burned into my memory. I continued to bury myself. We actually met once before, I said. At Hugo's? Oh, he said. Did you spill breakfast on me? I blame Dennis Hopper for never being able to take advantage of the free buffet at a premiere again.